setting up everything camera-wise for this spot. Had to get everything so I could self-film here, and that was the main goal tonight, was just to get that set up. You know, with it getting closer and closer to November, this is a spot where I think we could catch bucks kind of just cruising from one bedding area to the next. And we've had good trail camera pictures here of deer just using this spot kind of year-round, so I'm hoping we can have, you know, good action here throughout the season. It's about 4:30 right now. We had a cold front come through last night. It was in the 70s for a couple of days. It's about 55 right now, so I think there's a chance we could see something happening. It's that late period in October where you never know what you're going to see, so we're going to sit back. We got close to 2.5 hours. We'll see if anything happens.
Just before last light, a young buck moved through and made a rub on a tree just in front of me. As always, I wanted to just quickly point out that you can see these videos a full 4 days earlier than they're released here on this channel over on the Meat Hunters channel, as well as the videos from the other guys in the Meat Hunters crew, so be sure to check that out, link in the description.
That was a pretty nice little weight that just made a rub there at about, I don't know, 35 yards. And he's not, you know, quite what I'm after at this stage of the season, but that's great to see on October 24th, getting some buck activity, so that was awesome.
I missed most of my hunting opportunities for the next week. I was pretty sick, and with November fast approaching, I thought it was best to stay home and try to recover before the best part of archery season. On October 31st, I was finally able to hunt again. That hunt produced only one brief deer encounter. On November 3rd, my nightmare scenario became a reality. Just moments after I got into my stand for a long afternoon sit, the deer I was after, a buck we called the Bladed 9, made an appearance just 100 yards away. Despite my best efforts to quickly get my bow off the ground, I was unable to manage it in time. Unbeknownst to me, the buck started trotting straight to the base of my tree, whatever his reasoning was, and just as I managed to swing the camera back around on him, he spooked. From less than 5 yards. I was stunned. He didn't spook badly. Ultimately, he ended up walking off behind me, beyond where I could film, but I couldn't believe I had just had this buck less than 5 yards away and never even gotten to full draw. The following morning started off well when a young buck scooted through, ironically once again, just under my tree. Much like the previous day, it was as if this buck appeared out of nowhere, but this time he was following a doe. When the doe bedded and the buck started to move away from her, I decided to see if maybe I could convince him to come my way with some aggressive calling. A few snort wheezes got his attention, but as expected, he wasn't leaving the doe without seeing another deer, as proven when another buck moved into the area, likely after having heard the calling. He ran the young buck off, returned to his doe, and both finally left the area. I'm not sure what got this buck's attention, but there was something he didn't like, so he ran back where he came from, bringing some of the other deer with him. Throughout the rest of the evening, more deer and even turkeys came through, and towards the end of the hunt, the young eight came back for another round. So we have officially sat from the beginning of legal light to the end of legal light today, and today was one of those days that just exemplifies why you sit all day in November. Saw I don't know how many deer, a bunch of different little bucks, and of course that big bladed 9 that we came in here after since we saw him yesterday. And it's kind of unfortunate he's with a doe now, but we'll be in here the next couple of days, and hopefully we're here when he drops her, and maybe he'll be a little more callable. But that was a great day to be out. Always great to be out in November. November 3rd and 4th will be days to remember for me. The encounters with the bladed 9 made those hunts some of my favorite ever, without even having gotten to full draw. Those encounters also will be keeping me returning to that area when conditions are right, with the hopes of settling the score with that buck next week. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you then.